All praises and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Salutation to you, brothers. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set with you with another live lesson. The King's Matter, okay? And we thank Yahweh Yahushai, okay? I'd like to start off by thanking Yahweh Yahushai for letting us understand the King's Matter, okay? Because what it entails, okay? Well, it entails that the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible's speaking of, and he's going to get a nuclear strike over his kingdom. And the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is the remnant of is going to inherit the blessing, the kingdom of heaven. That is much more, but that's the nutshell of it, okay? And today we're going to go into it. The book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 18. That they would desire the mercy of the power of heaven concerning the secret. Okay, so what's the secret? Okay, and like I said, once again, we discussed this on multiple occasions. The GMS, they crack the secret. They have the secret. Okay, they crack the riddle. They expound on the secret. Okay, they have it. Okay, once again, the so-called Edomites or the Edomites of the Bible, excuse me, Salakia, or the so-called white man, okay, and the true biblical Israelites are Negroes, Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians, okay. And America's gonna go down with nuclear fire. It's gonna be made desolate, okay. It's gonna be destroyed. That's the secret, okay. That's the King's Riddle. The book of, let's finish off the scripture. That they should, this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 18. That they would desire mercy of the power of heaven concerning this secret, what Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the wise man here, the wise men in Babylon. So if you got to get the secret so you don't perish with the 2/3 here in America, okay, so you don't be destroyed with them, you got to crack the riddle. The idea is, like we discussed on multiple occasions, cracking the riddle before sunset, before the sun goes down, okay. That's what this is about. Before evening, we get it. The book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 3. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Okay, so Yahushua gave him a dream, and only Daniel, whose Belteshazzar, his name was changed, knows the interpretation thereof. Okay, turn to the book of Matthews. The book of Matthews. The book of Matthew, chapter 20. We'll start at give me a second here. the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 8. Well, we'll start at verse 1, okay, so you get the context of it. The book of Daniel, chapter 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a household, that has a household, when he went out early morning to hire laborers unto his vineyard. And he had agreed with them laborers for a penny a day when he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour and saw others idle in the marketplace. And he said unto them, Go ye into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again, this about the 6th hour and the 9th hour he did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found other. That's the elect, okay? That's what this is about. And when verse 8, we're going to start at verse 7 again. That they said, Because no man has hired us. And he said unto them, Go up ye also unto the vineyard, and whatsoever is right ye shall receive. So when evening comes, okay, so what's that evening come? Nuclear destruction come, okay, to Babylon, okay, and then the elect are getting beamed it up. A beam me up Scotty moment, okay? So when it was evening, it was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his servants, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning with the last unto the first. Okay. The book of back to the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 18. And they will desire mercy of the God of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the vision revealed unto Daniel in a night. Then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Okay, so basically GMS, like we discussed on multiple occasions, they got it. They cracked the riddle. They found out the king's dilemma. Verse 20, Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of power forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changes the times and the seasons, and removes kings and set up kings. He gives wisdom unto the wise and knowledge unto him that know understanding. And so what's that talking about? That he removes kings. Turn to the book of 2nd Ezra. Book of 2nd Ezra 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of which that followeth. Okay, so he sets up kings and removes kings. Let's read it from the top. He removes kings and sets up kings, and let's read it from the top. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He reveals deep secret things, and he knows what there is in the darkness. Okay, basically, these scriptures that are sealed. The light dwells with him. I thank, verse 23, I thank thee and praise thee of thou my power of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and made me known unto me, known what is desired of thee, for thou hast made me know the king's matter. Okay, so we understand the king's dilemma. Okay. Verse 24. Verse 24, chapter 2, verse 24, the book of Daniel. Therefore Daniel went unto Arioch the king and ordained to destroy the wise men. He went and said unto him thus, destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me unto the king, and I will show the king's interpretation. Okay. And what is the interpretation? It's these scriptures, okay, breaking down the riddles so you could get the understanding thereof. Turn to the book of Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 24, verse 25. Then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart, to believe all the prophets which have spoken. Ought not to Mashiach to have suffered these things and to enter in his glory? He expounded at Moses and the prophets, and expounded unto them and all the scriptures, the things concerning himself. And hopefully you was edified. Shalom.